Bhinneka Online Toastmasters meeting. We're just waiting on our timer, so I'm just gonna. Yep, he's coming. All right, and there he is. Perfect timing. Still 8 o'clock, so we're good. All right. So today's meeting, everybody, is meeting theme: New Year, New Me. Word of the day is kind of a not really a word, but it's a question. What's new? Right? Not a word, and it's not difficult. But what's new? So the idea of this concept is that you, like Renger's haircut, can just pick whatever word that's new to you, right? Be you. Like, again, what are you kind of working on? What is new for you? And we're glad that everyone's here. We're glad Toastmaster Dave is here. And Cristiano, welcome back again. Small group, but again, the quality is not lost. All right. And real quick, let me hand it over to, let's see, the Toastmaster. Our president is not here. I am the vice president. She's in Japan still. So I'm going to open it up. And I'm the Tom today. So I'm just going to keep talking. It's going to be great. And Toastmasters, as we all know, has 3 sessions. We have a parent speech going to be given by Toastmaster Esther. Yes. And Rendra going to have a little bit longer table topic session for us. So everyone's going to get a chance to talk about what's new. New year, new me. And of course, the evaluation session led by our GE Dia. So I'll give it over to her now so she can introduce her team. Toastmaster team.
Thank you, our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Ben. Welcome again to Bhinneka Online Toastmaster Club, everyone. It's my pleasure to serve as your general evaluator. And it is my duty, as you all know, to take note in everything that and did not happen during tonight's meeting, and also to lead the general evaluation team. First, I would like to invite our counter Toastmaster Nancy. Over to you.
Thank you, Madam GE. Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Nancy, and tonight I'm serving as the counter. My role today is to listen carefully and also to note the use of filler words such as well, any other repeated words, and other unnecessary sounds during the meeting. And before we begin the meeting, I would like to share a few simple tips to help reduce the filler words before we start. So the first thing we can do is that pause. Taking a short pause is better than filling the silence with or a. The second thing is to slow down. Speaking a little slower gives your mind time to organize your thoughts. And last but not least, the third one is to be aware of our habits. Awareness is the first step to improvement. That's why I'm here to remind you so that you can be aware of what is coming. And at the end of the meeting, I will present my report to help us become more aware and improve our communication skills. That is all my role. Back to you, Madam G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nancy, for your introduction and also for the tips. Now move on to the next role takers, our timer, Toastmaster Apri. Over to you, Toastmaster Apri.
All right, thank you, Tasmaster. Yeah, hello everyone. Good evening. So tonight I will serve as a timer. So my job is to track the time for each speaker, evaluator, and also double topic. So to help you to track the time, I have a warning signal. And the first will be turned from green, yellow, and red. And for the green, that means it is okay for you to finish or continue your speech. For the prepared speaker, the green background will turn on at minute 5. And for the topic start at minute 1. And for the evaluation evaluator, start at minute 2. After that, I have yellow. Yellow, that means it's also okay for you to finish or continue your speech. For the prepared speaker, the yellow background will start at minute 6. For the double topic, start at 1 minute 30 second, and for the evaluator, start at 2 minutes 30 second. And the red is most dangerous one because you need to finish your speech as soon as possible. For the prepared speaker, the red background will start at minute 7. For the double topic, start at minute 2, and for the evaluation, start at minute 3. So please pay attention to your time, and good luck, everybody. Back to our GE.
Thank you, our timer Toastmaster Apri, for your thorough explanation on the timing sign. Now move on to our grammarian, distinguished Toastmaster David Craigen. Distinguished Toastmaster David, over to you.
Fellow Toastmasters, it's a pleasure to be at your club. It's always very dynamic. Today, I will be your grammarian. I'll be looking for strong uses of language as well as opportunities for improvement and give my report at the end. Dia?
Thank you. And now our ballot counter, also Toastmaster Ben, right? Ben, over to you.
Yeah, I guess I'll do everything. Ballot counter as well as the host, as well as the Tom, as well as Zoom host as well. Yeah, a lot of things. It's okay though. That's what we do in Toastmasters. We just kind of like put the pieces in where they're at. Yeah, I've been in some clubs where you'll have like 5, 6 people in a meeting, and they'll just take whatever role and just kind of roll with the punches. Kind of fun. All right, we are here, but before we get started, we have a guest. We have 2 guests. First of all, Jalita's here. She's kind of a visiting Toastmaster. But Antonia, I don't remember seeing your name. Antonia, are you there? Antonia. Angelia. Are you able to turn your camera on? I want to ask you how you found us. Where are you from? What club are you from?
Hello,
There you
hello.
go. Hi. What club are you from?
I'm from STC.
Excellent. And nice for joining us. This is great. Everyone's camera's on. So usually we do this later, but let's do it right now, just so Marendra can get it going. Marendra, let's take a picture right now. Flip it up a little bit because we're all here. We're all present. And if more people come later, then we'll take another picture. But let's get one now. Let's go.
Okay, everyone, please, your New Year photo pose. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, hold on. I want to paste it in there. Okay, now the next pose is new me version of you. Okay, new me version of you. Wait. 3, 2, and 1. Yeah. Thank you, Tom.
All right. A little unconventional. Typically, I say we do this after the prepared speech session, but sometimes we just throw a curveball in there, and it works just the same. So we're glad to have Jalita. And do you go by Antonia or Angelia?
It's Angelia.
Gotcha. All right. Very good. Welcome. All right. So we're going to get into our prepared speech session. And to do that, we have our evaluator. Is that also Dave? It is.
Yeah.
All right. Dave, do you have the information for Toastmaster Esther?
I don't have her. I didn't get her evaluation form.
I gave you the title and the project. You have that? You want to introduce her best you can?
Let's see. You did give it to me. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, I'll WhatsApp that. Yeah.
Okay. She's the purpose of her speech is for a member to develop a clear understanding of their ethical framework and create an opportunity for others to hear about it and discuss ethics in the member's organization or community. So that's the purpose. And her title is Women in Business, Ethics and Leadership.
I don't think that's mine.
Well, that's not yours.
It's not.
Sorry.
Title should be
Yeah,
motivating people, right?
Yeah, correct. It's under leadership series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I don't have yours. Oh, I'm looking at an old message from Ben. So I don't have your new form, but I'm
Okay.
glad to evaluate you.
All right. So the timer, am I visible and audible? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, all good. Timer,
Good.
the green will be on 10 minutes. Hello, Toastmaster. So today I will be presenting the leadership series on motivating people. Before I will start, I would like to share my screen and do a survey with you all. All right, so this is the survey slide. You can scan the QR code from your phone to join. Or you can go to slido.com and you enter the number. Can you see all this? Yes, all good? Give me a thumbs up if you can click the slido.com or if you already accessed that. I haven't started my question yet, but yeah, please give me a thumbs up if everybody already on the page. Oh, thank you. All right. Dave, Dia, are you on the page? Okay,
It
let's
says
start.
there are no active polls at the moment.
Yes, I'm starting now when you
Okay,
are
so-
all ready. Yes,
Yep.
okay. I will start now. All right, the first question is, what motivates people to do something? Answer as many as you want. You can just, like money. Yeah. Money motivate people. Food, yeah. Reward. Okay, what else? What motivates you to come to work every morning? Happiness. Yes. What motivating you to wake up in the morning? Like the first thing that pop up in your mind when you wake up. And when you have to exercise, what kind of reward? God, okay. Joy, impact, people, recognition. Right, I can see more words. What? Love, lust, fortune. Okay. Responsibility, chicken wings. Okay, pizza. All right. Okay, I can see a lot of things that motivate you. Okay, cake, petrol. Okay, all the things. But I can see the big word here on the screen, which is money. All right. Okay, so I will go to the next page. Do you think as a leader, we should know how to motivate people? Yeah, yes. Any other answer besides yes? I guess everybody agree, yeah? As a leader, everybody a leader here? We need to know how to motivate our team. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, we are on the same page. All right, the next survey. Name leaders that you know that is very good at motivating their team or the people, or leaders that you know in general that is very, very good motivating people. Scooby-Doo, yeah? Obama, okay. Anybody else? Yes, I'm still waiting for words to come in. Name Jokowi, yes. What else? Who else? General Patton, Prabowo. Okay, want to see more names? What do you think on the recent viral guy on Instagram, which is the CEO of Grab? I don't know if you have seen that on Instagram. Yeah. Or CEO of Gojek, maybe. Or if you heard anybody, like Martin Luther King here, Mother Teresa, okay, Mr. Beast, Sun Tzu, JFK. All right, okay, I can see a lot of names here. But we are all on the same page that we all agree that motivation or motivating people is important. All right, I will go to my page on the Leadership Excellence series, motivating people. What motivation means? We know what motivates us to wake up in the morning or come to work, but what this actually means? Well, in the dictionary, it says that the act or process of giving someone a reason to do something, or the act or process of motivating someone. In Toastmasters, it says that motivation is actually understanding others, creating something, maintaining morale, creating something to motivate people, or providing opportunities. Are you all agree with this? Yeah, you all agree motivation means this? Or it actually means so much more than just this? As you just mentioned, like top one, what motivates us to come to work every day is money. Yeah. And then a lot of people is actually waiting for praise as well, recognition. You mentioned that in the survey just now. Public recognition, yeah? More responsibility. I find this one is actually a little bit weird. More responsibility is actually motivating people. Promotion, definitely. Yeah. And actually, I Googled some research here. It's actually mentioned a lot of employees will work harder when the boss shows appreciation. 81% will work harder when they are appreciated. 62% will work even harder, motivate them to work harder if the boss is more demanding. And fear apparently is also motivating. 63 employees actually work harder when they are motivated by fear. I think it's very, very interesting. All right. So I also see, we also want to know when we should motivate people. So I put this word daily, which is D. D stands for daily and regularly. Of course, we want to motivate people or motivate ourselves daily and regularly, maintaining engagement, productivity, and to have a sense of purpose in what we do. A, during adverse condition, for example, during COVID, or when the morale is especially very, very low, when the time is difficult, for example, during the Bali flood, businesses need to get motivated to come to work and to start over, right? I stands for in certain project. For example, you just launch a new product, and then you need a special motivation that you have to do for your team at work to drive to get a certain sales. L, in daily, again, low morale not necessary during like special condition. Low morale can be just like like everybody just doing the same thing, and they all get bored, and you need a special boost during that time period. And why is the time when you yield to achieve for better performance. So, well, the company always want to get into a special target on certain year or certain quarter, or for example, you have an exam and you need to get a better performance, and you need motivation. Where? And this is a very interesting research that I find. Like, where a lot of people actually say that a change of scenery, that blending professional and wellness nature, it's actually maximize motivation and engagement. And this is some fancy type. When you want to do specific motivation, you can think of this space. Very interesting. That's why a lot of insurance company do island kind of reward, right? So that's apparently motivating people. But I want to also understand a bit of like what happened? Like, who should we motivate? Apparently, we are, based on research, employees worldwide that are motivated only 21% from the 100%. Interesting, right? And how should we motivate people? I come with a term called reward, but each word will stand on an explanation. So reward, R, stands for read the room. So meaning as a leader, we need to read the room. We need to read our employees. We need to read our team. Beyond just matching the skill with the job. But I think to read further, to see potential of our team. E stands for eliminate obstacles. As a leader, you have the power to make to see a bigger picture, and you have the power sometimes to eliminate procedures and obstacles for your team to make it even simpler for them to work. Apparently, that is one that will motivate them. Wish and reward, of course. When we want to motivate people, we have to always appreciate and always reward them as soon as we see a good behavior there. Addressing issues, I think we have to be clear with the vision, with what the challenges are, and recognition. Yeah, we see a lot of recognition in all places of work. We see like the best employee of the year, best employee of the month, and we have like different kind of recognition that people put it out there. And I think one more is to dare to challenge, as we see one of what motivated people is actually more responsibility. So challenges motivate people to do better. I want to close my presentation with a story. Anybody knows about redwood trees? Yeah, I think this is something big in the US. I'm not sure if we have it in Indonesia though. Redwood trees, pohon kayu merah, redwood tree, is actually a type of tree that is I would say the highest tree in the world, the highest tree that can grow up to 90 or 100 meters. You can see the people are so small here, like 1.5 meter, 1.6 meter, and the tree can go up 10 times to our height. It's so big. But what amazing is this tree only have such a short root. It's only have like 1 to 3 meter. So it's not even like 10% of their height. So I thought that a tree that is so high will have such a big root. Apparently not. But what is amazing is the trees, redwood trees, have the roots just like 1 to 3 meter deep, but it grow to the left and to the right, like go to the side instead to go down. And what interesting, the roots actually intertwining to the other trees. And what makes them very strong, because the roots, they are attached to each other. Go so attached to each other to the extent that they are distributing nutrition. So some of the trees that do not have enough nutrition, the other trees from their roots will distribute that to the trees that need that. And as you can see, the trees that is so high, they might be able to see the storm. Oh, wow, the storm is coming. Oh, wow, the rain is going to come. The wind blows. And when the storm basically come approaching them, they are so strong together because all the roots are intertwined together and hold each other. I'm so inspired by these tree stories because I look at these trees like us. like how we are motivating and building our team. Like we need to have our team so strong, intertwining their roots together, you know. So in the time when the storm comes, your team will be so motivated, your team will be so strong, intertwining, but the roots cannot just grow overnight. The roots cannot just go strong like one day I just grow my roots, okay, down 1 meter, okay, in just one day or 10 seconds I grow my roots, you know, to the side and, you know, catch the other roots. Roots has to take some time to grow. And that's what we are investing with our team. We want our roots between team and other team to be intertwined. We want our team to get strong together with time. And how can we do that? The only way to do that is continuous motivation. But how can we motivate our team? I think one of the quote that I always stand by is this, that people do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. I feel as a leader, no matter how much you know, no matter how you motivate the team, but if you do not care about them, your team will sense that. If you only like just so good with your words, you know, like it's just like from the surveys, everybody can sense that. So I think it's so important if we want our team to have a very strong roots, holding each other, intertwining, it's to care. Thank you.
All right. Excellent speech. And again, so true. Again, it's all about connecting and making an emotional appeal. Like Maya Angelou says, people will forget your name, forget a lot of things about you, but not how you make them feel. And if you're a leader and you try to lead people to do amazing things, you have to care about their well-being. And like one thing about the military is that the good leader is willing to lead from the front, right? To show you that they're willing to get there and get dirty with you. So then, as a young person that's trying to be part of something, you're willing to go 110 miles an hour for that leader. And also, a fun fact, I've been to the Redwood Forest a long, long, long time ago in Northern California. Uh, Crazy little fun fact. The tallest tree in the world is called Hyperion, right? And it is a guarded secret, 116 meters tall. But the location is a secret, so no one can go there and jack it up. Because in America, if you go to a website, you can look up in the summertime like forest fires throughout the United States, and California has a lot all the time every year. So we don't need any one crazy person trying to burn up the tallest tree in the world. But in comparison, 116 meters tall to the tallest building, over 7.5 times the Burj Khalifa in was that UAE, right? That's crazy. Humans create something 7 times taller than the tallest tree in the world. Awesome. Great speech. I do like the kind of the visual analogy of how they're all just intertwined together. It's like a game I played when I was younger. I don't know if in Indonesia you guys have it, but David, you might remember this game, Red Rover, Red Rover. Did you ever play that game in school?
I did. I've kind of forgotten it, but yeah.
Yeah, we tend to, but when you're a teacher with young kids, you kind of teach them stuff. So Red Rover is a game, real quick, where everybody on the team is in a long line and they're interlocked or they're holding hands, right? And the idea is that another team on the other side and they're a team interlocked holding hands. And you would call someone to run over from the other team, and the goal is to not let that person break your chain. So as someone trying to run through, you look for the weak points. But the idea is whatever team is able to get all the players on one side is proven to be the strongest. Right? So you got to be able to work together and have a tight chain in order to be able to grow. And that's kind of what the Red Rover game is all about. Great speech, Esther. Well done. I like motivating as an athlete, kind of military person. It's great. Now real quick. Timer, Mr. Timer, in the chat. 15:15.
Yep.
Good job, Apri. All right, now we are on to one of our favorite original members of Bhinneka Online Toastmaster Club's session, Mr. Rendra. Toastmaster Rendra, let's go.
Thank you, Tom, Ben. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, I will explain again what is table topic session all about. You, every individual of you would like to have a questions. You have to answer in 1 to 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 30 seconds maximum. Okay? Our timer will count the time you are using. I hope you can finish your speech in 2 minutes. That would be better. Since this is to everyone, I have prepared 20 questions. Yes, 20. 20, it can be more. It depends on the dynamics of us. Yet, every individual will get it. I will randomly guess your age. I don't know your age, and I don't ask, but guess with my instinct. I will start with the youngest one, Nancy. Nancy, you got the first try. Okay. Ah, I think yes,
I bet
Antonio.
you Angelina might be younger. Or Nancy, but
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah. So we are going to Antonia Angelia. Okay. Antonia, are you a Toastmaster before?
Yes, I'm a Toastmaster from Surabaya Toastmaster Club.
Okay, then it's easy. The question is to you, what is one new habit you want to build this year? What is one new habit you want to build this year? Questions on the chat box.
Mm, Okay, so is anyone in here finding building a habit as a challenging, what is it, activity? Raise your hand if you agree. Yeah, that's you. It happened to me too. So, but however, I feel like um, a massive change cannot be done if we don't try to cultivate a good habit. Like something good, then turn it into a good habit. That would be great for us because, like, we instinctively would take that kind of action because we already get done that as a habit. And so, if the question is, what is one habit you want to build this year? The one habit I want to build this year is journaling. Why? Because I feel like um, journaling is part of like writing our thoughts, right? Um, I feel like growing up, we encounter a lot of different thoughts and situations that require our clarity in thinking. So I think building a habit in journaling would help me gain more clarity in many, many things. That's why I'm considering of uh, keeping a journal with me. I even brought one with me now. This is a journal for like a quiet time. So when I'm before I'm going to bed, rather than scrolling on my phone, I would like to journal my.
Okay. Thank you, Antonia Angelia Wijaya. Now, I think it's Nancy. Okay, Nancy, you got it. It's easy question though. What is one habit you want to leave behind? What is one habit you want to leave behind? Nancy.
I always hope that this is only my habit. I would like to ask, do you guys like to procrastinate? I hope it's only me. Okay, I'm not alone. Well, one thing that I really want to change this year is to stop procrastinating. Is to stop procrastination. It is something that is so hard for me to get rid from it because I'm a kind of person who is known as a deadliner. So I will do things nearby the deadline. But during I think it has been few years, but last year I think it was the hardest because I was in the seventh semester. I was doing my final project, like we call it a scriptsy. So I was doing both of them at the same time, and I procrastinate. So it was so challenging, and I felt tired as well. And that's why this year I want to change that because sometimes procrastination also impact my daily activity since I didn't sleep at night. So I do my activities in the morning, but not in it's like I'm not full. I'm not fully present because I felt tired and so on. So this year I try my best to stop procrastination and try to do things before a deadline. Let's do it, guys. If you are still procrastination, I know 2026 gonna be our year. So back to you, Toastmaster Rendra.
Well, thank you so much. Well, you can manage your time. It depends on how you manage the time. Well, somehow special extra days will give you a little bit adrenaline. Now, we are going to the third speaker, Esther. Esther, are you there? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, this is question to you.
Yeah.
What word would you choose to define your years? What word would you choose to define your year? The questions on the chat box.
Oh, what word would you choose to define your year? What word would you choose to define? What word would I choose to define my year? Interesting question from Rendra. I usually have a word or a vision, to begin my year. But this 2026, I have nothing. I don't have any word or any vision, like specific that I want. But I think I wrote it down. I sort of like this year I map it like every quarter, like Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, like what I want to focus on. Starting from last year, I had some dramatic change in my life. I quit from my job, from my corporate life. I left my corporate life to focus on my health. So from quarter 3 last year, I began to focus on my health, and I tried something that I feel is very difficult for me, like doing exercises. And I started Pilates. If you heard about Pilates, I started my Pilates journey last year. I like it, and I took a Pilates teacher course, which is actually kind of scary, but at the same time is also very rewarding. So from that end of last year until today, I still focus on the same thing. I focus on my health. I focus on my journey to get better, be a better teacher, and to be a better, to be stronger. Maybe that's the word. Yes, stronger. Stronger 2026. Okay, thank you, Rendra. Back to you.
Thank you, Esther, for be stronger. Now, Apri, the questions to you, and Ben, please be timer. It's okay, Ben? Okay, cool. Apri, what's a small change that could make a big impact for you? What's a small change that could make a big impact for you? On a chat box, bro.
I think small things that can make a big impact for me, especially in this year, is I try to eat less. I think because I do believe that almost every day I eat about 3 meal a day, and for me, preparing a meal is very difficult, and I need to choose what I need to eat almost every single day. Not only that, I also need spend money to buy a meal I want to eat, and I think for this year I try to eat less because about a week ago I watched a YouTube video about people eating less. I believe only one day a meal, and I think it has a really good effect in our body. It can make our body feel fresh, feel more focused because by eating less, we maximize the meal that we can eat, so it can really help our body to be more healthy. So yeah, I think the small thing is I also try to apply this kind of things in my daily life, and I try to eat less. Probably right now I try to only eat twice a day. So, and my goal is that tiny habit, it can really help me, especially when I want to practice to eat one meal a day. Especially for me when I usually work, sit all day long. So eating less is really help me because it can save my time. Also, it can save my mental hurdle when I try to choose the food I need to eat. So yeah, I think that is more my the habit that I need to change this year.
Thank you, Apri. Yeah. I know. Somehow save money is also good, bro. Take it easy. Now, the fifth question goes to Dia. Yeah, okay. Okay. The question is, what's something new you want to learn? What's something new you want to learn? Yeah.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Rendra. Why I am busy going back on my bed, because that's something I want to show you regarding the question, what's something new I want to learn? I actually want to learn a new language. English, I can say, is the second language, so I want to learn another. It's Germany. Maybe it's quite disappointing you because you are fluent in French. But this year, I want to learn new language, Germany. I don't know why, but I guess it's because I don't need to learn the letter as well. For example, in Japan and also in Korea, I need to also learn not just the new word, the new sentence, but also the new letter. It's not A, B, C. And then I think Germany, it's not that quite different in terms of pronunciation, because in French, I think I have to put my mouth or maybe my tongue in a different position, so it will be very hard. That's why new language, Germany, is something that I want to learn this year. Hopefully, I can be a better. Who knows, maybe in the next year is French, and then I can speak with you in a fluent French. Over to you, Danke.
Ah, sehr gut. Sprechen Deutsch sehr gut. Now, for the sixth speaker, I would like to point Jelita. Jelita with me? Jelita?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. What personal achievement are you aiming for this year? What personal achievement are you aiming for this year? On a chat box, Jelita.
I thank you, Linda, for the question. I think might be like the cliche, because like for everybody, usually at the beginning of in January, they want to lose weight. So just I think just lose a bit of weight. So can, because like the old clothes like used to be able to fit, now cannot fit. So if I can lose some weight, it will be good for health and also save money. So we don't need to buy new clothes. So use the old clothes. So I think, but this kind of to lose weight need to do a few things. I have been researching. I mean, besides doing exercise, because of course need to exercise and then walk after meals. Also, I think the hardest part is to sleep earlier, because I think like the growth hormone I read, I think usually started around 10 p.m. So if I want to, because I try the calorie deficit and also exercising, but I think the sleeping part is a bit hard, sleep early. Because even like Toastmaster meeting sometimes finish at 10. So how could I sleep at 10? Especially if we went for in Surabaya FTC meeting, then we went from like take 1 hour, 1.5 hour to go back home. So I think maybe on the meeting day, I don't need to sleep early, but on other day, I try to, but I have been failing because I aim at sleep at 10, but I sleep at 11 or 12. So that's my goal. So to lose weight, so have the small step. One of them that is the hardest for me is to sleep early. So keep finger crossed that I can achieve that. So that's what I hope for the personal achievement. Thank you. Back to you, Vendra.
Thank you, Jelita. Just avoid coffee, maybe, or avoid tea in the evenings. Well, those caffeine maybe not good for you. Okay, we are going to Cristianto now. You there, Cristianto, bro?
I'm here, sir.
Are you with us? Okay, then you got a seventh questions.
Okay.
What's a fear you want to overcome? What's a fear you want to overcome on a chat box?
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I have 5 rules in my life. I am a husband and a dad in my family. In my business, I'm in charge of my family business. And the third one, I'm also a student. I'm now studying interpreting to become a professional Indonesia English interpreter. And the fifth one, I'm here on Toastmaster. I want to progress. I watch videos of several amazing speakers who perform at the World Championship of Public Speaking. Well, I don't think I will make it in a year, but yeah, that's my future goal. What I fear is, and what I failed to achieve last year in 2025, is that I have difficulties to manage time. So actually, 2025 had not been a good year for me. So yeah, at New Year, when I did my personal reflection, I have big fears. I have 5 roles. And I failed to manage my time. I failed to manage my focus last year. So yes, I started this year with a big fear that I would fail. But anyway, life must go on. And you only live once. And I think it is an ultimate goal or an ultimate achievement if you can maximize this one life that you have. So this year, I will try to overcome my fear. I try to think more clearly and try to manage my time and try to just do my best to excel at these 5 roles that I have. And I think while I'm doing that, I also want to support my friends at each of my roles, my employees, my peers at Toastmasters to also do the same and maximize their time. And that's all. Thank you. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Cristiano, and everyone. That maybe I forgot to clap some hands. I do apology. It's supposed to be all of you. Now, for the next speaker is Ben. Ben, it's for you. What's your theme song for this year? What's your theme song for the year? Ben, on a chat box.
What is my theme song for the year? I don't listen to music. Spoiler alert. The only music I listen to is from like 90s West Coast rap. So like Tupac, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. That's all I listen to. If it's music, I listen to podcasts a lot, and it's all about American sports. Music, I have got to that point where this year I'm going to turn 40 years old. I am that old guy that says today's music's garbage. The old stuff's better. So I don't want to listen to anything new. That's where I'm at. Like, I listen to it and I'm like, honestly, the best songs I've heard not even this year, but last year were from K-pop Demon Hunters or Demon Slayers or whatever. Those are the best songs. And they just won the Golden Globe for best songs in a movie, but I don't even remember what songs they were. So my song for the year is just like trying to like whatever like weird little hum that I make. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen my Instagram lately. If some of you on it, I've been making some AI videos with me singing terrible music. If you haven't seen it, go to my IG, look at some of the videos I've made, and those are my songs of the year. There's no titles really. It's just AI. Not really me. But so whatever song of the year is whatever terrible song that I incorporate in an AI video where I actually have a 6-pack abs and jacked muscles. That's it. Trying to create a sense of happiness. Because 2025, like Cristiano said, was terrible. So this time I'm going to try to in the Army, we said, fake it until you make it. We know it's going to be a tough time and it's not going to be pretty. But if we can fake a positive attitude and you can kind of self-actualize it by telling yourself it's going to be good, sometimes you start believing in yourself and it actually turns out to be great. So check this out. Go to my Instagram. Ben is traveling. Look at the stupid AI videos that of me singing and you can pick one. They're all terrible, but they're funny. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Ben. Yeah. I think Ben now turns to be the rapper or singer. That was amazing. Now, Dave, this question is to you. Are you with us, Dave?
Yep.
Okay, good. What's one thing you want to do more of this year? What's one thing you want to do more of this year on the chat box, Dave.
What do I want to do more this year? I want to exercise more. I at the beginning, going back to the beginning of the pandemic, I was doing about 13,000 steps today, but now I'm much down from that, and I need to switch that back up and do more exercising. I have an elliptical machine in my basement, and I watch movies while I'm doing that. So I can entertain myself, and I can never blame the weather since the weather's always fine in my basement. So what I need to do is exercise more. It's one of those habits, it's good for your health, it's good for your life to to exercise, to remain in good shape. And in last year, I've been involved in so many career activities and other things, talking to mentees, that I didn't reserve as much time for exercise. So I probably need to cut out more time to do that and to become more physically fit. With that, back to you, Rendra.
Thank you, Dave. So I already told you that I guessed the age of you without even asked about your real age. So I already put names amongst the names. Are you agree or you would like to challenge me?
I agree.
I'm
You
actually
made
older than Dave.
You're not, Ben.
Okay, because you all agree, I would like to repeat the sequence with new questions to all of you again.
No, we're done. It said that was it. 30 minutes.
Okay, thank you, Ben. So give the control back to you again, though.
Honestly, great questions, Rendra. I'm glad you overprepared. We have the times. I think everyone is eligible based off of that. I don't know how to make a poll. I'm trying to. And so later, you guys can just send me private chat, who you vote for. Right? Angelina, again, Nancy, Esther, Aubrey, Dia, Jalita, Cristiano, me, and Dave. But those are really great. Rendra, good questions, solid questions, make you think a little bit. And while you guys are thinking, before we get to the GE, I did want to show you, just so you guys don't want to go to my IG, my song of the year. All right? So get ready for this. This is 100% terrible. And Angelina, you're 18, right?
That's all. No,
Okay.
I'm not 18.
No worries. There's no cussing in this at all. Just wanted to get parental consent by showing something terrible. So here it is. These are some of the terrible songs. Let's listen to this one. Wait. Okay, so there's one, and then over me. Still I feel the heat of where your heart used to be. Every drop's a memory I can't replace. Baby, tell me why you Okay. So AI, six-pack abs. Dave, you don't need to go to the gym. Just AI videos, enhance it, six-pack. I mean, I do go to the gym. I am now in the 5 a.m. club. It's the only time I have. Having a 1-year-old's weird. But there's my songs of the year, Rendra. If you want to see more, they're all on my IG, and they are terrible. But they're funny. Okay, now to the GE report. Let's go, Toastmaster Dia.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Band. We wish you could sing right now. All right, it's the evaluation session. And first, I would like to start with the evaluation for our prepared speech speaker. Therefore, let me invite our evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster David Craigan, to evaluate Toastmaster Esther's project. Over to you.
Fellow Toastmasters, it's pleasure to evaluate Esther. I really like that she began with an engaging poll, and she definitely had everybody's attention. So she commanded the room from the beginning. That was a really good idea. And also with her slides, she asked questions. It's it's a way to engage your audiences to ask rhetorical questions and to ask, what does motivation mean? She also provided a slide on, she Googled uh, about motivation, the percentage of employees who will um, who like work. And with that and with some of the other things she referenced, it would have been stronger to put in a small reference to tell us, where did you get that information? You don't have to say it, but it's good to at least put it on the slide. It adds to your credibility to let people know where you got the information from. And I'll just mention a grammar thing while I'm doing this. You said when moral is low. That's morale. When it has the E on the end, you want to say when morale is low. Morale. You ask a good question about, let's see. Sorry, sometimes my notes aren't real clear. You ask lots of engaging questions. One thing for text is avoid underlining text. It tends to reduce people's ability to read it. And the way you can test that for yourself is just take a paragraph of text, underline it, and try to read it. You'll find that it slows down your reading. So that's something to think about. And then I thought at the end, your discussion of trees with interlocking roots was really powerful, and that you're ending with people don't know that you care until they don't until they know how much you care. That you might consider also saying that at the beginning when you have a nice phrase to begin with. It can add symmetry to begin and end your speech in that way. However, I will say that the end discussion on trees and how they support each other was a really superb presentation of that. So overall, great speech. And with that, I will turn back to our master evaluator.
Well, thank you so much, our evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster David. Now I will move to the rule takers with our timer. Toastmaster Apri, please give your time report.
Okay,
For
for
the
the timer report, I think everyone is eligible. And for the speaker, Toastmaster Esther, you spend 15 minutes, 50 seconds. And for the table topic, also eligible. And for the evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster David, you spend 2 minutes, 56 seconds. Yeah, I think that's all for me. Back to our GE.
Thank you, timer Toastmaster Apri. So everyone is eligible. And now cast your vote directly by chat to Toastmaster Ben. Right, Ben? And we will give you time for that, everyone. Don't forget. Now, to the next role taker is our grammarian. Again, distinguished Toastmaster Dave, over to you.
Fellow Toastmasters, I got very engaged with a lot of the things you said, so I only have a limited amount of feedback. Nancy, in the beginning, you said I taught, and you want to say I thought. Try to get that I thought, the TH sound there. April, you said I need to spend money for what I want to eat. That's an okay sentence. I might say I need to buy what I want to eat. I need to buy what I want to eat. Esther, you said you quit from my job. You want to say I quit my job. I quit my job. You don't need the from. And then Dia, when you were talking about learning languages, you want to say I want to learn German, not Germany. I want to learn German. And you said you don't need to know letters. You want to say, I don't need to learn a new alphabet. I don't need to learn a new alphabet. And then, Rendra, when you said, what is a fear you want to overcome? With English, the intonation is important. And so a word like fear gets more emphasis than the word And when you wrote it, I understood it. However, when you said it, you said a fear. And it sounded, I thought it was one word. So if you put the emphasis on fear, it would become more definitive. So that's my grammarian report. Back to you.
Awesome.
Our general.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Dave. And now our counter, Toastmaster Nancy, over to you.
Let me do the share screen. Can everyone see my screen? Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster friends and guests. These are the few things that I found during our session tonight. For the counter report, here you can see your name one by one. And I want to say congratulations to Toastmaster Dia because I didn't hear you mention any lexical and non-lexical words. So congratulations for you. And for the next person, Toastmaster Apri, you mentioned for 2 times. Toastmaster Rendra, you mentioned for 1 time. Toastmaster Ben, you mentioned N for 4 times, and then A for 7 times. I think because you speak a lot, that's why the probability of filler words is more than people who don't speak during the meeting. And for Dave, it is 1 and then 2. And I'm sorry that I didn't hear you during the table topic because I was disconnected. So this is from the evaluation session. Next, Toastmaster Esther is so 1, yeah 1, and then like for 12 times, all right 3 times, and then non-lexical for 1 times. For Toastmaster Esther, I heard you mention your fillers. I heard your fillers more on prepare speech. During the table topic, I heard, but it's only some. And for Antonia, you mentioned so for 4 times, okay for once, like for 5 times. And for non-lexical, it is and also for 3 times. And for me, I didn't count it for myself. For Jelita, it is so for 6 times, but 4 times because 3 times, like 3 times. And last is for Toastmaster Cristianto. You mentioned for 2 times, and there is no non-lexical words. So that is my report, and I just want to remind you again to apply the tips that I mentioned before the meeting. It is to pause, to slow down, and to be aware of your habits. I hope that by knowing your filler words, you can work on it and then improve it in your next speaking time. That is all from me. Now I give the control back to GE. Thank you.
Thank you for your excellent report, Toastmaster Nancy. And therefore, it's time for me as the GE or General Evaluator to share my report on my finding through tonight's meeting. First, I would like to start with the preparation. The Zoom meeting has opened at 6:28. Good job for opening early. And also right away, the VP, Toastmaster Ben here, greeted all of us upon our arrival, and we have quite a lot of chit chat, especially with Renda's new hair. And then the meeting has started at 7:04. It's still acceptable. And then again, because the club president is not present, then the VP is taking over to open the meeting as well and welcome all of us. The agenda also being shared in the beginning of our meeting. Now for the role takers, first, Toastmaster Ben as our Toastmaster of the meeting, or Tom, you explain the meeting theme quite clearly, and also I love how you engage with all of us, every participant, and you made sure to say to each of us. And actually, I didn't put here, but I like how you take advantage of the moment when every participants are opening our video or camera, so you ask Toastmaster Rendra to take a picture of all of us. Then the next one is table topic master, Toastmaster Rendra, new here. Although all of us are Toastmaster members, but you still reminded us about the table topics rule, and also then you put your question in the chat box for all of us to see and read easily. And you also prepared a lot of questions for all of us. So every one of us get the question. And I think it's kind of okay to continue. What I would like to suggest is don't forget to remind all of us to use the word of the day. For our speaker, Toastmaster Esther, of course, I will not mention detailedly on your speech performance because you already got the evaluation from your evaluator. But what I want to highlight is I like how you engage with all of us through a live polling. So it's kind of, your speech length is quite long, so you manage it well with invite us to do some activities. So we are not just listen to your speech only. However, the material or the theme of your speech is also interesting and insightful. I would like to suggest is don't forget and make sure to distribute your evaluation form earlier to your evaluator, so your evaluator also understand in advance before the meeting start. As an evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster David, I love how you delivered your evaluation in sandwich method. First, you started with the strengths of Toastmaster Esther's speech, and then you continue with the room for improvement for her, and also explain it with example. I believe it's not just beneficial for Toastmaster Esther herself, but also for all of us here to learn to be a better communicator and speaker. Now, as a grammarian, distinguished Toastmaster David, you also did double role tonight. Kudos for taking that part. You delivered your report clearly by explaining your suggestions. Some of us here is maybe except Ben and you, not a native, and English is not our first language, but you explain it for us easily for us to digest, not in a difficult terms. What I want to suggest is also don't forget to remind us to use the word of the day a little bit often. The next one is our timer, Toastmaster Apri. I love how you raise your virtual hand so all of us as a speaker can spot you easily, and then you put your time report right away after the session in the chat box. I forgot to write the chat box. Now, our counter Toastmaster Nancy, I love how you gave tips for all of us in the beginning of your introduction, and you also deliver your report concisely with the spreadsheet, so we don't need to listen quite a lot, and you also don't need to read or deliver quite a lot of things. You show it and inform us, and you also remind us about your tips earlier. And Toastmaster Ben, as our ballot counter, you use an easy method for all of us to vote. Just chat you directly, and then you also took some roles at the same time tonight, so kudos as well for being an excellent members. Now, all in all, the summary, I love Bhinneka's meeting. I always love Bhinneka's meeting. Tonight's meeting theme related to the current event, which is the new year, and also revolves around that, which all of us here can relate. New year, new resolution, new hair, etc., etc. The meeting ran smoothly, and I always love your good time management. And on the prepared speech session, it's an insightful one. It's almost like a educational session as well. And I love how everyone here, all the participants were involved actively, especially during the table topics and also in the chat box and also during the engaging chit and chat. I think one minor room for improvement is don't forget to back to the basic agenda or any manual things. The form is distributed earlier. So remind again about the form distribution. Don't forget to share it early. So last but not least, I would like to wrap up this evaluation report with a quote: acknowledging room for improvement is the first step toward growth. Over to you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Ben.
All right. Thank you so much, Madam GE, and all of our amazing role takers. Again, it takes a team to come together and put stuff together in such a great way. And the fun fact that she says I'm well prepared, if she was still going to do an evaluation, she would realize that on my desktop here, I don't have access to the certificates for best speakers, best evaluators, and best table topics. So, Natalie, I don't have those. Natalie does. Oh, well. General evaluator, you can put that in your evaluation session. Maybe you should earlier get access to certificates. With that being said, I will now announce the winners of the speech contest. I do have everyone that's voted. Thank you very much for 100% voting. You can't get that in America. It doesn't happen. Like 60% of, maybe it's even lower than that, of able voters don't vote. And then they complain. So, all right in American to do whatever we want, I suppose. But spoiler alert, here we go. Best speaker of the night. Toastmaster Esther. All right, yeah. Best evaluator. Distinguished Toastmaster David. No, Glitz and Glam is gone. But here it is. The best table topic speaker of the night. It was actually a pretty tight battle for 10 people voting. My vote was actually a tiebreaker. So let me just recheck. Could I voted for myself and won? And I did vote first. And I didn't vote for myself. If I did vote for myself, I probably could have won and rigged this one, but I did not. I voted first. And we got Toastmaster Cristiano. Well done, sir. You're on your way. On your way. All right. I'll get you a certificate later. I apologize. It will happen.
No
Esther,
worries.
if you want it, I'll get it. That is what I'll do. But that's I dropped the ball. All right. Wow. Let me hand it over to our president, or the acting president of the meeting. Me. Cool. Wow. Good transition. I want to thank our guest that came. Jalita, do you want to say a few words about today's meeting and what you thought of it?
I think it's fun. Yeah. Because I think a lot of us can participate in the table topic. Because in some meetings, they usually we just stay silent during the whole meeting. So it's good. It's nice that we can participate. And also it's quite relaxing, and the environment is relaxing. So it's not that stressful.
Excellent. Great input. And great job, Rendra. Another call to the table topic master. Everyone got to participate. Good questions. Well done. Kudos to you, sir. All right, Angelina, can you Angelia, there we go. Can you give us a little insight to your visit to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club?
Thank you for the chance. Actually, this is my first time being here. At first, I thought it would be like total Indonesian people joining, considering the name is Bhinneka, but apparently not. So I was surprised at first. But I really like my experience being here because like everyone's are so welcoming. I like how you brought like how you say it uh like how you run things here, and also the same with Miss Chalita's feedback that here everyone can participate in table topic also, so that's a good thing to have so that we can all participating in the session. That's all from me.
Excellent input as well. And again, it takes a lot of years. I mean, this club's been around for, I think, 5 years now. December was our anniversary of 5 years. And the core group, it's only me and Rendra are right now the only original members that are here in today's meeting. But having a lot of Toastmaster years experience, again, we want it to be welcoming. Toastmaster David has come quite a bit all the way from America. He comes in. He's not a member, but he pretty much is a member to us, right? Just because he comes and helps out so much. But yeah, it is weird seeing me sometimes. I know. But hey, I've been in Surabaya Toastmaster clubs also, and Toastmaster. I go to Surabaya quite a bit and join them too. So don't be afraid to see a white person in a Toastmasters meeting online. We don't bite. I mean, some do. If you go to the U.S., it's crazy. Okay. David, again, a little bit of words. You might want to promote maybe your club to see if they can join one of your meetings.
Sure. I find Bhinneka is very energetic and fun. Note and following on what Angelia said, and I really enjoy attending. I think it's great that with a small club you have so much energy. So Takamatsu Toastmaster, we meet on the third Sunday of the month at 10 a.m. Japan time. I also recently joined World Travelers Toastmasters, which meets, I think it's 11 p.m. your time. That's a club. It's a huge club, and they have literally people from all over the world, from Africa, Asia, the U.S. I don't know if there's any Europeans, but Jamaica, the Middle East. So that's quite a club too. And that meets, I think it's the second and fourth Saturday at 11. I think it's 11 p.m. your time, or it might be because it's 9 a.m. my time. So, yeah. All right.
All right, yeah. The World Travelers Club, I think, if it's the right one, that's like you said, huge. Hello, Mr. Lizard. I think one of our past district presidents, Sylvia Boaz, I think
Oh,
she's a
yeah.
member of that club. I think
She
one of
is.
the founding members of that club. So
Yeah.
I went to their first meeting, and it had over 100 people, more than that, I think, in the first. Trying to get a speech into that club. Good luck. But it is like one of those experiences. If you go online and you get the opportunity to go and see people from all over, listen to different dialects and accents and just different perspectives. A couple things about that is that you get to realize that you're small, like you're smaller than you really are. But at the same time, we're all like one. Because you go to a meeting, like COVID was terrible, but the idea is that online to push everyone online, so everyone was able to go everywhere. So I went to like almost every continent in a meeting I could go to, and I realized that a lot of people in India say the same things people in Indonesia and the U.S. and Europe, and we all have the same kind of problems and things we deal with, same things we motivate. So do challenge all of you, really, if you get a chance, time, go to the website, Find a random country. Like I used to have a globe in my house, and I'd spin it. I'd be like, I'm going here, right, for vacation. I could do that. That was my always dream game I played. But you could do that with Toastmasters. You can go almost any country and find an online club now, and you just go sit and listen, and it's fun, and you can connect with people. That's how that works. All right, excellent. Cristiano, little insight about the meeting again. You're always here, but we appreciate it.
Yeah. The thing that makes me keep coming back here is the vibe. Like everyone is really welcome, including you, TTM Natalie, and others. Yeah, I always enjoy being here, and maybe because like the club is not packed, we got lots of chance to speak. So yeah, that's a plus point. And yeah, I love the vibe, and everyone got a chance to speak. I think that's the two main points that makes this Bhinneka enjoyable. Yeah, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. And I do again appreciate speaker, table topics, our timer. Nancy, great job communicating with me earlier today about setting up the future of our meetings. That really helps. And again, it's really like we're a small club. We understand it. Toastmasters is tough online when you have more options in the real world and just go online now. But we're here. And I told, when we have our leadership exco meetings and stuff, all I say is this: can we add value? Are we willing to have a meeting with like 2 people? I mean, you have to technically have it with 3, but the idea, if we're small, can we still add value? If we're big, that's really it. Can you take away this meeting and walk away tomorrow and learn something? And with that being said, I want you to walk away with one more song. One more song. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And
Lama ini kau hadir, dunia terasa baru. Kutemukan cinta di matamu. Ku percaya, aku tatap, ku tahu kau yang ku cari selama ini. Kau hadir, dunia terasa baru. Kutemukan cinta di matamu. Ku percaya.
all right, there it is. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you for coming, guys. I appreciate it. See you in 2 weeks.
See you, everyone.
See you. Thank
See
you,
you.
guys.
See you. Thank you.
See you. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you,
Bye-bye. See you,
everyone.
everyone.